Hi, my name is Rachel. I'm a wellbeing practitioner for the Counselling, Health and Wellbeing Service. I'm here to talk to you today about relaxation techniques. We understand that university can be a really stressful time, especially moving to a new city, doing exams, trying to meet deadlines, and all that stress can build up a lot of tension. It's actually a survival mechanism, but all of that adrenaline is pumping blood to our muscles and to our legs to fight or flight, which is the stress response. This survival mechanism can keep us safe, but when the danger is perceived danger in our minds, actually we don't need that adrenaline, we don't need that stress response. So it's okay to let that tension go, and this is where these relaxation techniques can really help you. Number one, relaxing your breathing. When we get stressed, our heartbeat sometimes beats a lot faster, so you might feel that you get palpitations. And what actually happens is that we're taking in too much oxygen. What we need to do is try and regulate the amount of carbon dioxide and oxygen that we're breathing. So when we breathe faster, we breathe from our chest. It's quite shallow breathing, so you might feel yourself go hyperventilating. So this simple relaxation technique can really help to regulate that breathing, make you feel a lot calmer. So the way that you do this is to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. And what happens, you use your whole diaphragm to breathe, so you're using your lungs and not your chest to breathe. So if you place your hand on your stomach and breathe in to the count of 7. So breathe in through your nose. Breathe out to the count of 11. So you breathe in for 7, out for 11. Some people find it works by breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Some people prefer it if you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. The main kind of part of this is that you breathe in for less than you breathe out. And like I say, what you should feel is your stomach should go out when you breathe in and your stomach contracts when you breathe out. So it regulates your breathing. And what that does, it really centers you in the moment. We're not worrying about the past, we're not thinking about the future, we're in the moment and we're just centering ourselves. If you're someone who likes to visualize things, or if you use imagery a lot or metaphors, something that might be helpful with that, when you breathe in through your nose, you breathe in a colour of calm. So think of the colour that you think of when you think of the word calm. Breathe in that colour. So for me it would be kind of a pale blue. So breathe in the pale blue and breathe out the colour of tension. So breathing out the stress. So whether that be perhaps a red or a black or whatever colour you think of when you think of stress. What I'm going to talk to you about now is something called mindfulness. Mindfulness, again, is talking about being in the present moment. We all have around about 70,000 thoughts a day, so that's quite a lot of thoughts that are going on in our mind. When we feel anxious, we focus a lot on these thoughts. So mindfulness teaches us to notice our thoughts, not to judge them, not to push them away, but just to notice them and to accept them for what they are. They are just thoughts, they're not facts, and then we can learn to let them go. So for a simple mindfulness exercise, make sure you're sitting in a chair with your feet flat on the floor and support your back. You may want to close your eyes, or if there's a point on the wall that you can look at, so you can keep that focused on the moment. And just start to notice your thoughts coming into your mind, not judging them, not fighting them, not being self-critical about yourself, but rather just to notice. And if you feel that you're kind of going from one thought to another and it's getting faster and it's building and getting bigger and bigger, focus your attention on your breathing. So you may come back to that simple 7-11 breathing exercise that we've just done, or just simply to notice what your general regular pattern of breathing is. So again, you follow your breathing, your thoughts might come in, but you come back to your breathing. And this is a practice that if you feel like you need some support with that to start off with, there are a couple of phone apps that you can download that are really helpful. Quite popular one is one called Headspace, which is created by a man called Andy Puddicombe. He's got a couple of videos on YouTube as well that explain a little bit more about mindfulness. And they're 10-minute exercises, and he'll talk you through this exercise. You don't have to do it by yourself. So muscle tension is particularly related to stress. So quite often you might feel that your shoulders are tense, if you've got quite tight shoulders, quite tight arms, or generally you just feel like you're having lots of aches and pains, that can be related to stress. It's the physical symptom. One way, a technique that you can use to help to reduce that symptom of muscle tension is something called progressive muscle relaxation. And before you do this exercise, what we need to make sure is that you haven't got any kind of physical injuries. We don't want to make things worse, so just be mindful if you really do have like a back pain or a back problem or something wrong. In those cases, it may be worth seeing your GP before doing these exercises. Progressive muscle relaxation is about learning to relax your muscles. So what you do, you tense your body basically. So you tense your fists, your shoulders, your face, your feet, your legs, you tense everything and then slowly let that go. It can be helpful when you do this to count the seconds that you're tensing your muscle. So if you tense your muscle for 5 seconds and release it slowly for 10 seconds. After you've done this a few times, then really kind of take time to again bring yourself back into the present so that you feel more alert. This can help with sleep with progressive muscle relaxation. So if you do it at night time, perhaps in bed, it can help you with sleep as well. The next relaxation technique is called the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. So this helps us again to try and take our focus away from our thoughts and to try and distract ourselves. So it's a way of distracting ourselves and again a way of using our senses to be in the moment. You can do this outside, you can do it while you're walking around, you could do it at home. You can have your eyes open or your eyes closed, so you can use your imagination if you need to. So the idea with this is to use your senses. So what I want you to think about, look around you now and think of 5 things you can see. So right now where I am, I can see a lamp, I can see a chair, I can see a picture, a glass, a box of tissues. So I can see 5 things. And then think, okay, I can see 5 things. What can I hear? And then go through 5 things you can hear, 5 things you can touch, 5 things you can smell, 5 things you can taste. And if that becomes difficult, just think about 5 things that I like about myself. So you're kind of using those things as a distraction. Once you've got that, then it's to look at 4 things. So 4 things, it could be the same things that you've already seen, it's going through that process again, then 3 things, 2 things, and finally 1 thing. And by doing that, it takes a little bit of time, and afterwards it just feels like the thoughts that you might have been having, the negative thoughts that might have been there, can feel a little bit quieter, a bit more diffused. So the focus is on something else, and then we can do something else with our time afterwards then. If you do this exercise in complete darkness, then like I say, you can use your imagination. So it could be imagining things that are in your room, where are things placed on your desk or by your TV. Even imagining what you'd like to see. So perhaps imagining if you're on a beach, what 5 things would I see on a beach? What 5 things would I hear? What would I taste? So you're kind of getting lost in that moment as well. The last relaxation technique that I'm going to talk about today is guided imagery, or otherwise known as visualizations. And with visualizations, it's really about experiencing a picture of somewhere, a safe place, or somewhere that you'd like to be, somewhere that's calming and relaxing to you. That could be different to anybody, so it could be a beach, it could be your bedroom, it could be a forest, it could be anywhere. So what I'd like to do is take you through a short, kind of quick guided imagery exercise. And after doing this, it might be worth having a little look, perhaps on YouTube, but there's quite a lot of visualization scripts that you can look through before you can find one that really fits with you and works for you. Imagine a place where you feel calm, peaceful and safe. It may be a place you've been to before, somewhere you've dreamt about going to, or maybe somewhere you've seen a picture of. Take a moment and go to this place. Look around you. What can you see? Who is in this place? Are you by yourself? Are there other people around you? Focus on the colours in your peaceful, safe place. And take a moment to take the colours in. And let yourself relax as you look around you. Now notice the sounds that are around you, or perhaps the silence. Think about any smells you notice there. Then focus on any skin sensations. It could be the feel of sand on your toes, the wind in your hair, or any other movement that you can feel. Notice what you can touch. While you're in your peaceful and safe place, take a snapshot image of this place. So you can bring this image back any time that you need to feel relaxed. You can choose to stay there for a little while, just enjoying the peacefulness and the calmness. And you can leave whenever you want to. When you're ready, open your eyes and become aware of where you are now. Okay, so today I've given you some relaxation techniques. Everybody's different, so pick one that you really feel suits you, and perhaps just try with that one rather than feeling like you need to try them all. And practice for a little bit and see if you find that it helps to reduce that tension and reduce that stress. For more of our videos, or for more information about how to get some support from our services with counselling, health and wellbeing, please take a look at the description below.